Hi, I have a message for you today, and I'm strongly sensing like you have quite positive day today. And it doesn't matter if you're just starting or is nearly in the end, but it's some kind of good and positive realizations coming your way. And what I mean by that, for example, like I'm seeing like today you are stepping to something like you want to see your life from two different perspectives. For example, your today, the situation, the day, you can see this from two different perspectives. And the point is, usually we forget, like we usually we see the situation from one way, and we don't want to see the situation from the other way. But you are stepping to some kind of creativity, of some kind of manifestation for yourself in the way which one bringing you lots of positivities and lots of good changes in your life, and this allowing you to balancing yourself. For example, I'm hearing you don't want to be blindsided. You don't want to see just from a coin from one side. It doesn't matter what kind of situation it is. You want to see this from both sides. What I'm hearing, what you did good in that situation, what you could avoid from that situation, but you didn't. You like curious to be more aware of I'm hearing a full picture of the situations in your life. I'm hearing because this is gonna giving you much more bigger view of the situation, and this allowing you to grow more. I'm hearing this allowing you to make the better decisions for yourself, and also this allowing you to be more flexible. I'm hearing to I'm hearing to instead of arguing, for example, with others or with yourself, this allowing you for better understanding, and that's some kind of the making the right decision or the best decision in that kind of situation in your life, or in a specific situation in your life. When you see the situation or moment from two different perspectives, I'm hearing you reduce the chances to make the bigger mistakes, for example. And this bringing you some kind of joy in you. I'm hearing very spontaneous good energy, like the powerful energy. I'm hearing this is something like you stepping to self control, like you don't allow the impulses to. I'm hearing like before you were struggling with lots of different impulses. The impulses make it the decisions for yourself, and quite often this was the wrong decisions, or the things when you was like useless and you couldn't say no, even if you knew it. This doesn't bring you the positive outcome. I'm hearing, and you are in some kind of that's why you are again in this good positive inspirational day, like like you want to see the situation how it is from the two sides, that like honestly. And this allowing you uh, to step into this sexual energy. And the sexual energy, this is something like we honor that energy, like we understand this is very powerful energy, and this bringing lots of joy and excitement in us, and this bringing that kind of self-control, but the self-control in the honored respectful way. We don't push or to do like impulsively some kind of silly things, because we don't have control about them. The sexual energy, this is something like, you step into some kind of situation, and when something happen, from one way you analyzing that situation, using the logic, what is going to bring you, what's going to happen after. And the other side is like the creativity, this is like that kind of teacher for you, but the teacher for you in the way like the manifestation and or the imagination. And for example, when you have imbalance these energies, when you use too much imagination, of course you jumped impulsively to silly mistakes in your life, for example. And on the other way, when you're using just logic, and you're controlling too much, just logic, just mind, and logic behavior, and just the knowledge, that's when you're completely blocking yourself to seeing bigger potential for yourself. And if you have unbalanced this, this gonna bring you uh, what is gonna bring you no, unbalanced energy and lots of unwanted moments in your life. I'm hearing, and I'm hearing you passing that stage. You are a very energized person, and when you appreciate that sexual energy also, this is like this is the self control in the way, like something coming your way, like you use these two powers in you, and you stand in front of that kind of situation, and you asking yourself clearly from the logic point, from the creative point, what is gonna give me if I manifested that, and what is gonna bring to my life, the good or negative things. I really want that to benefit for myself, or I want that just for the silly pleasure moment, and after I'm gonna be feeling shame for that. And this sexual energy, when you honor that, you allowed that situation to be clear, and you gain that kind of self-control in your life. That's mean, even if the hot guy or girl, is depend of who you like, who you attract to, stand in front of you, and they want to spend the night with you, like before you could jump stupidly, even you there's gonna be the stupidest thing for you, which one you do, or from the logic way, you're never gonna do that. uh, Even if somebody nice gonna come, you're never gonna do that, because from the logic point for you this doesn't make sense. But now when you add these two things, and you asking you I'm hearing you respecting yourself. You're respecting yourself in the way, like what this person bring here, why this person coming my way, what is gonna give me, if I can build with this person something meaningful. If somebody come to me and want to spend for example, like a one night stand, like he just or she just met me today, and they want to jump already to the bed or something like that, and you asking yourself, but I respect myself, I respect my body, my energy, because when you interact with somebody else physically, for example, you give them your own energy, and the sexual energy. This is not just orgasm, sex, fun moment, pleasure, touching. This is something completely much more powerful. This is something like, well, not from the logic point, or I don't want to have sex, people, I hate the pleasure, whatever, because none of them are healthy and good for us. But when we step into this sexual energy, for example, like we see this coin from two sides, from two situations, honestly how it is, this allowed us to manifest. And if somebody attractive gonna come to your way, and the first thing you have, if they want to spend night with you today, what does that mean for you? That's mean that kind of person doesn't have serious intention, or is not mature enough, because I'm hearing, I like you doing, like I respect myself, I respect my energy, I respect my body, I respect my time and my effort, everything what I'm doing in my life. And when you use that in one night with somebody who next day disappeared, or you can realize next day this person, like you're feeling shame, like oh my god, how I could even thought something like that can happen. And before you was like using the impulses to jump first and after think, or because of the logic, you was completely blocking yourself from the chances to have something really nice in your life, and none of them was quite healthy for you, and bringing good positive life choices, I'm hearing. And when you step into the again when you step into this, respect yourself in the way, like I want something, I know for what I deserve. I deserve for some kind of pleasure, I deserve for a nice person, for somebody who's meaningful, somebody who I can admire, somebody who I can learn, somebody who I can communicate, somebody who I can teach something, and is able to learn and want to learn. The most important thing is somebody with who I want to spend my time, and somebody who really wants to spend time with you, I'm hearing. And this is and I'm hearing, and when you're gonna do that, you're bringing that kind of self-control, like all silly things, they doesn't matter too much anymore, and the impulse is losing the control over you, and now you take charge of your own choices, and you're making like much more smarter choices. I'm hearing and feeling this silly one night stands, which one bring you most of the time. I'm hearing shame than something really good. now they disappearing, they fading, like from something like this was the part of myself in the past, but now I want to be. If I'm hearing, if you don't gonna be respecting yourself, nobody gonna do that for you. And that's the point. Or even if somebody gonna come who really respecting you, if you don't respect yourself, you can't realize about that, and you're gonna push this person away. And that's why, what else, like letting go of some kind of control and knowledge, and the logic mind. I'm hearing, in which way? Give me a moment. And now I'm hearing, like, before you was using even so much logic thinking. This was like the old version of you in one way, like you pushing away so much good chances in your life. This was, you was blocking yourself for growth, from, for example, from changing something in your life, what you really want. And for example, when you're choosing the same type of person, for example, physically, as a friend or romantically, it doesn't matter. But you was usually logic, because you was like, forcing yourself in the logic way. That means usually you was bringing that kind of an energy, the same results, different people or different stories, like similar type. And when you're gonna do that, you realize after a while you don't change, you don't learn, you don't grow. You always surround about that kind of space, and this, you want something different, because this doesn't bring you fulfillment inside of you. But again, you're doing similar thing with different person or different situation, and this is like the hamster wheel, something like that. And in this showing me, this is something like this is the already like the old version of you. Now I'm hearing you adding more that kind of creativity, that imagination, that openness to life, to the enjoying your life in fully and express yourself, like take some kind of risk, but risk in the way, like you, well, like you never did something like that before, like you're trying something different, like you're trying to dating different person or meeting with different person. For example, like you was doing one night stand or something like that before. Usually first you jump to the bed after you wanted to know the person, and after a while you realize this was like complete mistake for you, because you was doing this in the wrong way. For example, now, like you're gonna take the risk and you try different, and you're gonna try something different, little bit scary, excited, and you want to at least try in your life. I'm hearing, to enjoy, that is enjoyment, and that is the life teaching you that way. For example, when you try to date different person who's got some kind of rules, they respect themselves, and they never gonna jump to the bed first with you. First they want to know you, first they want to spend time with you to see if you two can connect, and if you can build something in the future, if this is romantic or even the friendship or anything else. That's the point. Now you step into that kind of new version of you, of the version who already learned from the past, from the similar things which you was doing usually the same way, and now you're allowing yourself to do something what you never did before. But you taking that risk. You want to learn, and you are like the teacher and the student in the same time, from these two perspectives in your life, if this makes sense. They both teaching you, and you learning from both of them, because you already know what doesn't resonate with you, or what usually you was doing and this never worked for you, for good. And now you're changing that, you adding something different, like a different kind of spice, different kind of flavor to your life, in such a positive way, because this is bringing you so much joy, and like sparking in your life, like something so good and positive happening, like that kind of joy, like the inspiration, like wow, like you can wake up and you can say, oh my god, the day is full of surprises. It's like positive day, nice weather, and I'm so happy today. And and this is like that kind of something like after orgasm or pleasure, how you feel with yourself. Next day when you wake up, you're completely different, everything coming so easily, your work, your joy, during the day, your happiness, your glow, you're more funny, more open. Everybody have like that. And when you don't have orgasm and pleasure for a long time, you're like like, oh my god, like you are like very irritated with yourself, and you irritate people around you. You are completely grumpy and boring and like closed and hard to be around. And you and all of us like usually are like that. And I'm hearing when you allowed yourself more to add that kind of pleasure, but it is, I don't mean you need to jump to one night stand and do that kind of things to feel that way. No, this is in the way like you're treating your life with more with joy, openness, and pleasure. And pleasure, you allowed yourself to be happy during the day, because you know in some way now you have the teacher and the student in you, and the teacher already aware, like a red flag, the teacher already giving you the signals, not this. This is similar what you did before. Be careful here, you don't want to go back again here. And you opening that kind of student part of of you, who you are, the student is open for learning. I You looking around, you grabbing something, you are curious, you want to know how this happened, who's that, why. And uh, and and even if you're scared, because when you do something different in you, of course we are scared, we feel fear, but you transforming that for some kind of pleasure, like excitement, like I already practice, I have the teacher in us, in me. And whatever happened, I'm trusting myself, and I make the smarter decisions right now. I can overcome the impulsive situations in my life, and I can be more open and fearless, like to experience something completely new and different. And I gonna see what is gonna bring me in my life, how I gonna be feeling about that. And this is again we going back to this perspective, like you seeing your life, your situations in your life from two different perspectives, and they bringing, you have very nice energy today, like very brave, I'm hearing very brave, very open, very free, like believing in whatever you can put some time and effort, you can achieve that. like like you don't feel stuck and like blocked by logic or impulses. Completely different. This is like self-control, but in the honored way. Like you manifesting positive things in your life when you respecting yourself, when you understand fully inside of you, like I deserve something better than one night stand or silly mistakes, jumping and first jumping after thinking. When you stopping from that, you experiencing some kind of the powerful energy in you, in the way like you manifesting from the completely different level of the energy, because you're honoring that energy, honoring your space, and this allowing you manifesting in the way like you don't force that jumping quickly, or you just more allowing to things to happen to you. Things happen, you allowed things come your way, different situations your way, but because you operating from the higher level, or from the honoring spiritual level, I'm hearing, you allowing yourself to come your way much more good things, much more positive things your way. And and still you don't jump impulsively because I manifest now from the good space or something like that. They come in your way, but still you use these two sides, these two perspectives, this teacher, what the teacher telling you about that situation, and what the students want from that kind of situation. And you're balancing that, and you're realizing if this makes sense for you, something worth it for you to look at, go through, or more enjoy, or even try, or you're realizing maybe not yet. It's quite interesting for me, but I'm not yet ready for that, I'm hearing. And you don't feel after guilt like, oh, I had the good chance and I wasted that, blah blah blah, because I was operating from the fear energy. It's not like that. Sometimes you are aware of something, some nice situation coming in your life, but you're realizing this is really amazing, I really wanted this for a long time, for example, but right now I'm focusing on something a little bit smaller, what is much more important for me in that moment. Because you know, if you gonna jump to this good positive thing, which one came your way now, without clearing that small thing, in the future this bring you lots of unwanted struggles, I'm hearing. And from much more clever way, now you know this chance came. That's fine. I appreciate, but not. I'm not yet ready for that now, because I need to focus and repair some small things. Because when I gonna repair that thing, I'm hearing you gonna be have like long lasting benefits in the future, and in the future you believe in the universe gonna put you in this good and positive big situations which one you wanted, but you're gonna be more prepared with yourself, individually, in the way like it's gonna be, I'm hearing, less struggle and hard and difficult practice or experiences with that kind of situation. I'm hearing now you're gonna be more aware of your possibilities, I think, yeah, and availabilities, the things which one, you know even if you feel a little bit fear and this is new, you can achieve them. but but sometimes you're not yet ready for some kind of doors to be open, and you're gonna be taking that not as like a lost chance for something amazing, actually from completely different spiritual perspective. Like right now, I need to work on something much more smaller, but this gonna bring me better doors than these doors which are universe uh, open in front of me because I wish them from the before. It's a little bit messy, but I hope so this makes sense, because even for me it's difficult to be around that, and I'm feeling this is something like that. Yeah, because even if you have chances, you are quite messy with a few things in around you, and you don't want to struggle when you have messy situations around you. Even if you open that door and go through, you're gonna be struggling a lot, and sometimes you can give up because you're gonna say, oh, this is too much, I don't want, and you push yourself away, and you're gonna be feeling like regrets for something like that, and the universe never want to do things like that for you. And when you again honoring your energy, uh, your life, and your own choices, you're realizing you don't want to step to something really good and amazing with a messy energy. Of course, we never gonna be prepared perfectly because this doesn't exist. But I know when you clear up this small mess around you a little bit more, you're gonna be amazing in stepping the next new chances, new doors, new possibilities, new nice peoples, new amazing chances in your life, and new goals in your life, which one you want to achieve for yourself, for being happy in your life. I hope so. This makes sense. Thank you. Bye.